This is a love story. It's about the good old days, when men were men and women were women, and books were books, with glued or even sewn bindings, cloth or paper covers, with beautiful or not-so-beautiful jackets, and a musty, dusty, wonderful smell. When books furnished many a room, and their contents, the magic words, their poetry and prose, were liquor, perfume, sex, and glory to their devotees. These loyal readers were never many, but they were always engaged, always audible and visible, alive to the romance of reading. Perhaps they still exist underground somewhere, hidden fanatics of the cult of the printed word. For these happy few, literature was life, and the slowly burning pages on which it took shape were the medium of their cult. Books were revered, cherished, hoarded, collected, given, and sometimes borrowed, though seldom returned. The rarity of an item, the number of copies in an edition, the beauty and complexity of its printing, occasionally the quality of its contents, determined its value. Once in a great while, a book was deemed to be worth millions. Works that bore the signature of their authors were objects of veneration, displayed under lock and key in the inner sancta of great libraries and museums. Writers, in those days only a few assumed the mantle of authorship, a demanding and even dangerous vocation, were the high priests of this religion, shunned and held in suspicion by the unwashed, but idolized by the initiated faithful. This is the story of some of the truest of this religion's true believers. They came into their own in the heady days after World War II, when everything seemed possible, and in subtle ways they changed the culture they lived in, made it richer, deeper, more exciting and full of promise. Richness and depth are qualities not much in vogue in these days of speed and instantaneous transformation. Our virtual world is a flat world, and we relish this about it. We change identities at the drop of a hat. We pivot, regroup, reconfigure, reinvent. The characters in this story are different. They were loyal to their own, sometimes twisted yet settled natures, modern in the old-fashioned sense. And in their own selfish ways, they were heroes. This is also the story of our country's love affair with one of its great poets. Ida Perkins streaked across the sky of American life and letters as a very young woman, and remained there in one way or another until her death in 2010 at the age of 85. While she lived, her every word and movement was noted and commented on, lionized, bemoaned. Our critics, most of them anyway, fell down before her, but so did the commonest of common readers. She made poetry fans out of ordinary women and men, and when she died, the outpouring of national grief was such that President Obama designated her death day, which was also her birthday, a national holiday.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.